Hello, Peter here, your Pinoy accountant. So, in today's video, we will talk about yung bookkeeping naman ng isang Shopee seller. So, we have here an example. So, yung pinaka-main na kailangan ninyo is to generate the income report. So, I know na sa mga sellers dyan, you just need to go to the seller's dashboard and hanapin nyo kung paano ba i-navigate yung pag-generate ng income report. So, in this example, naka-generate tayo ng income report for March. March 2025 yung example natin for today's video. So, ito yung ma-generate ninyo na report. Ayan, nakalagay dyan. This is the income summary, may total revenue, total expenses, ayan, total released amount. So, paano ba yung bookkeeping nito? So, yung key, yung number one talaga na kailangan nyo malaman is paano nyo ba i-categorize yung mga items dito? Saan ba dito yung inyong gross sales? Saan ba dito yung mga sales returns, allowances, and discounts? Saan ba dito yung expenses? So, yung gagawin natin for today is line yung item by item. I-discuss natin kung ano ba sila that would form part of your gross sales ba, your expenses. So, let's start. And before we begin pala, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Pinoy Accountant, and appreciate ko lahat ng mga comments ninyo. And if ever may mga tanong kayo, just comment down below and I will do my best to answer all of your questions. Again, subscribe, please, 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 and like, and of course, comment to our YouTube channel sa ating mga videos. So, going back, so yung first item talaga natin, number one, is the total revenue. So, makita nyo dito yung breakdown yan is itong original product price of 46,660. So, yung original product price, that would be your gross sales. So, nilagay ko dito yung kanilang category so that mas easier for you. So, yung next natin na line item is the seller product promotion. So, again, if may mga promotions kayo na in-offer this is from the seller's side ha. Pag yung si seller may in-offer ng mga promos, yan, mga discounts. So that would form part of your sales returns, allowances, and discounts. Yan. And if ever naman may mga na-refund na amount or sinaole, so that would form part again of your sales returns, allowances, and discounts. Ayan. So, next na tayo is the voucher and the rebates. So, mostly dito talaga, if offered by the seller, that would form part of your sales, returns, allowances, and discounts. So, itong rebate provided by Shopee, so this would be transaction between Shopee na and the buyer. So, in most cases, probably, ito, zero. Most cases is zero. But if ever may mga rebate provided by Shopee, I think na ininet na lang nila yan sa inyong mga commission fees and the platform fees. So, if may mga rebate kayo, you can comment down below so that makita. So far, wala kasi akong nakita na sample na may rebate provided by Shopee. But sa tingin ko, malamang sa malamang, ininet lang yan or ima-minus inyong revenue. So, that would be a decrease doon sa inyong, sa inyong mga commission fees or platform fees. Yun yung pag-record natin if ever there would be some rebate provided by Shopee. So, next item na tayo is itong voucher sponsored by seller. Again, since kayo yung nag-sponsor nito, that would form part of your sales, returns, allowances, and discounts. So, ganun din sa coin cashback sponsored by seller. So, if nag-sponsor kayo ng mga cashback, coin cashback, promotions nyo yan. So, again, that would form part of your sales, returns, allowances, and discounts. So, bakit kailangan natin i-categorize? So that we can get the net sales. Yung net sales na amount, yan yung i-record natin sa ating invoice. Yan din yung amount na i-record natin as sales sa inyong books. And eventually, yan din yung i-report natin. Ito yung i-report natin as your income sa income tax return. And sa percentage tax naman, that would be the basis of your 3% percentage tax. So, i-compute muna natin yung net sales. Ano na natin, isa-isa lang muna, di ba? One by one, kumbaga. So again, this is the total revenue. So, i-compute na lang natin yung gross sales niya is 46,660 and then i-minus, i-deduct natin lahat ng mga sales returns, allowances, and discounts. So, that would give us itong net sales na 42,765. And again, that would be your, sa pag-record natin, mama, papakita ko sa inyo yung entries. That would be your sales, credit sales sa inyong journal entry. So, next na natin, next items na tayo is yung mga expenses. So, dalawa dito is the shipping and the fees and charges. So, yung shipping, madalas dyan is zero lang yan because same lang din yung binabayad ni buyer and same lang din yung binabayad ni Shopee sa kanilang mga provider ng kanilang logistics, kumbaga. But in some cases, may makita kayo dyan na negative amount. So, that would form part of your expense na if ever may negative na figure dyan sa shipping. So, yung example natin, nagka-negative siya because of this reverse shipping fee. So, this could happen if ever may mga naisole product returns, if ever like defective, yan, mga missing items, yan. If ever ganun yung case, si seller yung sasagot sa shipping fee nun, sa pagsaole. So, in this example, may reverse shipping fee tayo na 110. So that would form part of your fees and charges. So yung ibang mga items dito, di ba, pampagulo, kumbaga. But if in-net nyo yan, yung kung may negative na amount dyan, that would be your expense. So important lang din na accurate yung ibibigay natin na dimension and the weight sa ating mga products so that walang discrepancy. So equal lang yung shipping fee ni buyer and yung shipping fee na sa third party logistics. So if i-add niyo yan, zero lang din yan yung mga items na to, itong buyer paid shipping fee discount, yan, shipping fee rebate from Shopee, third party logistics, lahat yan. Ang net niyan is zero. So yung fees and charges natin dito is the reverse shipping fee of 110. So, fees and charges natin is 110. So, next na tayo is, dito na tayo sa mga platform fees and charges na. So, yung bulk talaga dito is the commission fee of Shopee. That is for using their platform. So, nag-charge sila ng commission fee. So, ito yung mga fees dito, AMS commission fee, the commission fee, the service fee, support program fee, and the transaction fee. So, yung kailangan nyo tandaan dito, si Shopee is, nilalagay niya dito yung withholding tax. Ini-include niya as fees and charges, which should not be the case. Dahil itong withholding tax, this should form part of your asset. Creditable withholding tax to ninyo, ibig sabihin, advanced tax payment, and pwede nyo itong gamitin. Kailangan ng 2307 mag-provide si Shopee so that you can deduct or babawasan yung inyong income tax due with the 2307. But in our example, so yung fees and charges sinasali niya. So kailangan natin siyang i-separate. So ayan. So i-ano natin ulit by line item, AMS commission fee, fees and charges, commission fee, fees and charges ulit, service fee, fees and charges, support program fee, fees and charges, transaction fee, again fees and charges, and yun, tatanggalin natin yung withholding tax. So, i-add na natin lahat ng mga fees and charges. Ayan. So, the fees and charges, yung 110, this is from the shipping fee. And yung iba dito is the commission fee, yung nabanggit natin kanina. So, if i-total natin, that would give us itong total fees and charges of 6,727. So, again, yan yung ating expense. This would form part of our expense in our books. So, yung last item natin is the creditable withholding tax na 180.92. Again, that is your asset. Asset nyo yan, 23007, kailangan yan so that you can claim as tax credits ninyo. So, yung last dito na amount, the total released amount. So, ito na yung cash natin na natanggap, net na cash, na dineduct na lahat yung mga fees, yung mga charges, yung commission fees nila sa, ni Shopee, lahat yan na-deduct na. So, yung net na amount na na-receive natin is itong total released amount. So, yan yung ating cash. Ayan. So, Ayan, so familiar na kayo. Again, balikan lang ninyo so that hindi kayo malito. So familiar na kayo sa yung mga line item dito kung saan nyo siya ilalagay. So pwede na kayong gumawa ng journal entry. So gawa natin ng journal entry. So yung iba, actually ito yung example ng journal entry natin. Yung iba kasi monthly yung recording, but I highly suggest and recommend na daily kasi dapat yung recording ng ating transactions. If ever may mga transactions tayo, sales for the day, kahit below 500 pa yan, if ever may mga, yun nga, may mga sales tayo for the day, dapat natin yan i-record sa inyong books at the end of the day, and kailangan natin mag-issue ng invoice for the various customers if ever man na below 500 yung mga amounts ng ating items. So ito, just to give you an idea, ano yung entries natin for the inyong sales sa Shopee. So ito yung entries natin is magde-debit tayo ng cash. So again, ito yung net na na-receive natin. You can go back to the summary. So ito yung total released amount, itong 35,857.08. So yan yung ide-debit natin, debit cash for the amount. And then yung platform fees and charges, again, expense to din nyo. So, sinummarize na din natin kanina. Ayan. Total fees and charges is, ito, 6,727. So, yung entry natin is debit, platform fees, and charges. So, that is your expense, 6,727. So, yung next item natin is the creditable or creditable withholding tax. Yung 2307 is 180.92. So, if babalikan nyo yung summary, that is the amount dito na withholding tax. So, again, yung sales natin, credit natin is 42,765. So, if babalikan ninyo yung ating computation kanina, that is just the net sales or the gross sales less the sales, returns, allowances, and discounts. So, yung net amount na ating natanggap is 42,765. So, yan yung entries natin. Again, debit cash, debit platform fees, debit creditable withholding tax, and we credit the sales of 42,765. So, ito yung for the whole month of March. So, again, yung ano dito is kailangan daily talaga yung pag-recording natin. So, paano ba pag daily? So, yan yung i-discuss natin next. So, pag nag-generate kayo ng summary, may income din yan na detailed income. Kumbaga, this is the daily summary ng inyong mga sales, yung transaction ninyo. So, yung gagawin ninyo, actually, pwede nyong isa-isahin. Makita naman ninyo, yung date pala na gagamitin nyo is the payout completed date. Not the creation date. Kasi, pag na-complete yung transaction, na-receive na ni buyer yung inyong product, that's the time na mag-record tayo ng ating sales. So, again, daily. So, makita niyo yung date dito, March 1. Ayan. So, i-total niyo yung mga transactions for March 1. So, at least familiar na kayo. Ito, original product price. Saan ba siya ilalagay? The seller product promotion. So, lahat ng mga naka-itemize dito na mga account titles, ayan, or mga description ng inyong fees. Lahat yan nakalagay dyan. So, again, to make it easier, we can summarize it na lang. 'Di ba? Yung entry familiar na kayo kanina. So, ito yung mga entries na kailangan niyo, the cash, the platform fees and charges, the creditable withholding tax, and the sales. So, balik tayo. So, you can create it here. Gawa kayo, mag-insert kayo ng column for the entries natin. So, that mas easier. Mas easier. Ayan. So, yung entry natin is, again, the cash, and then platform fees and charges, and then creditable withholding tax, and of course, yung sales natin. So, again, yung sales natin, ano ba yung composition, di ba, na-discuss natin kanina? That is the original product price, and if may mga promotion kayo, yung mga sellers, returns, allowances, and discounts, ima-minus din nyo. So, in this case, yung sales natin is, this is the original product price, and then, if there are, actually, add ninyo because negative yung figure dito, seller product promotion, ayan, refund amount, i-add din nyo. Itong rebate provided by Shopee, of course, hindi yan kasali because kay Shopee yan na siya yung nag-rebate yan ni Shopee. So, dito tayo sa voucher sponsored by seller. Ayan, kasali yan. And then, the coin cashback sponsored by seller, kasali ulit yan. And I think yun na yun. So, that's the last item sa ating sales is the coin cashback sponsored by seller. So, i-add din nyo yan. So, that would give us the net sales for the day. Still 495 because wala namang for the day, wala namang mga discounts, mga cashbacks. So, equivalent lang yan. So, you can copy and paste to the next row. For the next row, ayan, 490, still the same. So, ayan. So, proceed na tayo is, next natin is, itong platform fees. So, i-add ulit niyo yung mga items related to the platform fees and charges, yung shipping, if ever may mga shouldered by the seller, yan yung ilalagay natin dyan. So, you can just actually add na lang natin lahat ng related sa shipping, buyer paid shipping fee, ayan. Rebate, i-add nyo yan. Third-party logistics. So, in most cases, zero lang din naman yan. Kagaya na to, wala namang reverse shipping for the day. So, i-add din nyo. Ayan. And last is the shipping fee, support program, and savings. Yeah, that is for the shipping fee. And yung mga commission fee, i-add na din natin. So, ayan. Iniisa-isa ko lang, but you can actually use yung formula na sum. Inisa-isa ko lang so that mas familiarize kayo kung ano ba yung mga items na isasali natin. And commission fee, ayan, i-add din nyo. And then, the service fee, ayan. And support program fee. And then, last is the transaction fee. Ayan. So, nakita niyo this is negative yung signage niya. But again, in recording sa debit and credit, i-disregard din nyo yan, yung negative na symbol. So, it's just debit or credit sa accounting entries. So, next natin is the creditable withholding tax. So, I think isang line item lang to dito. Ayan, withholding tax. Ayan. And then, yung cash natin is the amount, yung net na na-receive. Ito, total released amount. So, supposed to be, dapat equal yan, yung inyong the debit and the credit. So, ayan, proceed tayo sa next day. You can copy the formula. Ayan, so that mas madali na lang sa pag-add. So, ayan, may mga figures na tayo for yung gagawin kasi natin dito, you can actually copy and paste yan hanggang dun sa pinakababa. Ayan, yung copy, paste nyo yung formula, I mean. Ayan, so you can double click nyo yung dito sa lower right so that i-copy paste niya yung formula. Check natin kung tama ba. Ayan. Tama naman. And then, again, dito, ayan, double click nyo. Ayan, so that makakopy niya. So, i-record na natin yung daily na entries. So, first is, ito, kailangan kasi daily yung pag-record, no? So, makita naman ninyo dito for March 1, dalawa yung ating transaction for March 1. So, ito total ninyo yung cash. For example, yung cash na receive is, makita nyo to actually dito sa baba, malit na figure. That is the sum, 828.83. So, similar lang yung entry. So, gawan nyo yun ng entries. Again, similar lang yung kanina yung unang na-discuss natin. Debit cash, debit platform fees and charges, creditable withholding tax, and credit sales. So, again, i-check natin. Yung cash na natanggap natin is 828.83. Ayan. So, ito yung ilalagay natin, debit cash. 828.83. So next natin is the platform fees and charges. So i-total niyo itong dalawa, March 1, kasi ito, yung again, yung titignan niyo is yung payout completed date, March 1. So for the day, yung platform fees and charges natin is, again, nasa baba yan, 152. So, i-record niyo 152. So i-disregard niyo yung negative na sign. Ayan, platform fees is 152. So, next natin is the creditable withholding tax. Again, i-add lang ninyo yung dalawang item na ito. That would give us itong 4.17. Ayan, sa baba again, 4.17. Ayan, creditable withholding tax, 4.17. And yung sales natin, again, sales natin is ito, in-add lang natin, i-add natin itong dalawang item, itong dalawang row, 495 and the 490, that would give us a sum of 985. So, yung sales natin is 985. So, successfully, na-record na natin yung March 1 na transaction. So, ganun din yung gawin nyo for the March 2. If ever, ayan, March 2. So, isa lang yung March 2 ninyo. So, yung sales nyo is 495 for the March 2. And, yung titignan pala ninyo dito is, dapat equal yung debit tsaka yung credit. So, if i-check ninyo, yung sum ng debit natin is, sa baba is 985. And yung credit natin is 985. So, ibig sabihin, balance yung ating transaction. So, ayan, successfully na-record na natin sa general journal. What if naman is, gawan muna natin ng invoice so that, ma-familiarize kayo. So, to make an invoice for that, pag various customers, pwede yan if ever yung mga sales nyo is, yung selling price nyo is below 500. Pag i-aggregate nyo lang yan at the end of the day. So, March 1, 2025. So, yung date niyan. And then, yung customer is lagay nyo lang is sa Shopee various customers. And then, i-blank nyo lang yung business style, yung TIN number, business address. And the item description, you can put it there, yung Shopee various items. And yung amount na ilalagay ninyo, the amount is itong sales ninyo. This is your net sales. So, ilalagay nyo dyan is 985. So, ayan. So, ito yung pag-invoicing natin and then yung general journal entry. And if yung books ninyo is may cash receipts book kayo, so mas easier kasi if cash receipts book compared dun sa general journal. Because the cash receipts book, again, naka-column, lahat yung mga account titles is nasa column na and mas madali nyo siyang i-summarize or mas madali nyo i-add. So, mag-sample tayo nun, isa. Again, March 2025, March 1. So, yung invoice number, that is the sales invoice 001. And then, the customer natin is the various Shopee customers and various items. Ayan. So, yung cash, again, so, pwede nyo balikan yung general journal ninyo. But again, if na-record nyo sa general journal, hindi nyo na kailangan i-record sa cash receipt. So, either lang cash receipt or the general journal. But I prefer na sa cash receipt because mas madali nyo siyang ma-record doon again. But the entries are the same. So, the cash natin is ito, 828.83. Debit nyo, 828.83. And the platform fees and charges is 152. And the creditable withholding tax is 4.17. And then yung credit natin na sales is 985. 85. So again, balance lang yan, yung debit. If i-add nyo yung lahat ng debit, that will give us 985. And the total na credit natin is 985. So, I think yun lang yung video natin today. Medyo mahaba na ba yung video natin. But yun lang yung pag-record actually is yung key is alam nyo kung ano yung sa mga line items na ito, alam nyo kung ano yung that would form part of your gross sales, ano yung mga sales returns, allowances and discounts, ano yung fees and charges, yung expense niya, and saan dyan yung inyong cash receipt na natanggap, yung net na cash. the net na doon ng mga deductions. So, yun lang yung video natin for today. We just talked about kung paano yung bookkeeping ng isang Shopee seller. So, if may mga tanong kayo, just comment down below. And don't forget to like and of course, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Pinoy Accountant. And yung bagong website natin is www.pinoyaccountant.com. You can visit it. You can create your account for free lang. And of course, if you would want to showcase, if may mga messages kayo, you can actually visit yung donate na tab. You can donate and then you can email us, you can email me, and then ipopost ko doon yung mga messages inyo. So again, yun lang yung video natin for today. Thank you again for watching and I'll see you again next time.